When I was 9 years old, I played on the 10 and under AAU team of the Charlotte Stars. I remember looking around like, oh, I'm not as tall as him, not as strong as him. I was the undersized, scrawny kid that was just trying to figure out how to make it at whatever level I was playing. And that was when I first really understood I'm different. And the temptation for me at that time was to think about what I couldn't do. But I knew I could shoot. That was part of what I brought to the team.
Stephen! Good job, good job! Stephen! Good thing.
Yeah, so that's a clip from a doc on Netflix or on Apple TV right now called Underrated. And it's really about the upbringing of Steph Curry. And I like it for a lot of reasons, but the first is Steph really had an underdog story because he was constantly doubted due to his size and physical attributes. And so what's great really early, right? He's 10 years old and he understood that, yeah, I'm not going to be dunking on people. I'm going to be the guy that can shoot. And he really understood his niche and honed in on it. And that propelled him throughout his career. And so a little more backstory is he goes on to play high school. He plays well, scores like 15, 20 a game, and then gets really overlooked for the college recruiting process. So he gets no major D1 offers. And then a small school called Davidson really takes a chance on him. The coach saw some potential in him and he ends up going there. And a lot of the same things happen in the beginning. He's kind of bullied around in practice, doubts himself, doesn't know if he can play at the next level. And in the first game of his career at Davidson, he came off the bench and scored 2 points. And what's interesting is after that game, he talks about how he had a moment where he really wondered if he could play at the next level and if this was going to be the career path for him. And what ended up happening is the coach brought him in and talked to him and said, I'm going to start next game for game 2, and really placed a lot of faith and trust in him. And Steph in game 2 scored 35 points and went off. And he talked after that about how that was a pivotal point in his career because having someone believe in him allowed him to, confirm that belief that he's always had in himself. And after that, he goes on to bring a lot of winning to Davidson. In 2008, they actually went to the Elite Eight in the tournament, and it was like a historic tournament run. He scored like 20 to 30 a game and really put himself on the map. And once again, after that, he kind of faced the same challenges. His NBA scouting report was very similar, and it said he's not explosive, he takes bad shots, and he can't really get to the rim. And so he constantly felt underrated, and he ended up getting selected by the Warriors 7th overall, and ultimately became the best shooter in history. He's made a massive mark on the NBA and really places a lot of his work on discipline, being there every day. Number 2, just always believing in yourself despite what others might say about you. And 3, really deciding what your niche is and how you can contribute to the team and going from there. And I believe all of those are very applicable to what we do in this entrepreneurial business, and are great lessons to take from the documentary.